So I will elect to play first. Did I get 3 lands, a 1-drop, 2 activation, a 3-drop, a 4-drop, a 5-drop? Absolutely. I will keep that. Alright, let's organize this guy. It's nice in Moto, you don't have to keep your hand randomized and shuffle it around to make sure your opponent's not looking. I noticed that everybody's pretty good about randomizing their hand when they play, but how many people are actually staring down their opponent to see exactly like which side of the hand his cards are coming out of? You guys should leave something in the comment section if you stare down your opponent's hand and try to figure out where the lands are coming from and all that sort of thing. Okay. So I got my aggressive start. If I can draw a 2-drop, I will win this game. It'll be all me. Especially with the tap land. Come on, 2-drop. Alright, not a 2-drop. But I do still get in for 1. Alright, so I get him back down to 20. And I will wait for the Bloodsucker. Okay, no 3rd color. No pre-combat play. Alright, there we go. So we get to swing in and play a Bloodsucker. Nomad Outpost. Ah, if only you could have been earlier, because I need to make all my other drops. That is awkward. Okay. Well, I will send him with the Hateblade. Play an untapped land. And then get the Bloodsucker out. Now, what I can do next turn, if I want to, is play a tap land and morph the Salt Road Patrol. Which... Oh, no, that's not a morph, it's an Outlast creature. Okay, yeah, I can't do that. Next turn I can read all my cards, and then play them. Okay, so he's Murka right now. So maybe he's actually... Jeskai, maybe he is 4-color, who knows. Right now what I know is that he has 3 untapped mana and no play. Oh, no. Here comes the play. And it is. He's got 1 of each. Don't tell me it flies and has haste. What does he have? The suspense is killing me. He has Winter Flame, which is pretty good. Cast it on my upkeep. Well, I don't have any response to that. Well, let's see. Maybe I do. Okay, he's targeting this to do 2 damage to it, and so I think in this situation I am going to sacrifice the Hateblade so that this can get a counter and survive. I know that I had to use 3 mana for it, but I do get to whack him for 3, which is not a small deal. I also get to play this tap land without having a whole lot of repercussions for it, since the untapped land wouldn't have done anything for me anyway. And next turn I can play my Bloodflies. Then after that, anytime I sacrifice a creature, it actually turns into 2 counters. And he's got Outlast, so he can get a counter on himself. So I need a creature to sacrifice, and somebody who makes 1/1 counters into something that actually matters. Alright, so he's got his own 3/3. Does he have anything to do... Oh no, he doesn't get the additional mana because he didn't raid it. Okay. Can also play the Barons into the Salt Road Patrol. I don't think I want to swing into him here. I think I just need to stay back on defense. Although, if I play the Bloodflies, I can swing in, and then this guy would get the counter, so I get a little bit of value there. I think I am actually going to do that. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive. Starting with the Bloodflies. Let's see if I can start getting my flyer to be bigger and clear his board. Alright, here we go. Does he take the trade? Alright, he refuses to take the trade and just takes 3, which I am also okay with. So I got 3 free points in. Let's see, next turn, that costs 3 to activate. So if I got a creature that cost 3 or less, oh yeah, I'll definitely take that. No questions. If I've got a creature that costs 3 or less, I can play it and sack it to give both of these guys tokens. Okay, and I need to grow this guy before he can nuke him. So I've got this that costs 4, which is not enough to do what I want. Let's see, he could sacrifice himself to make that bigger, but that's not really much of a play now, is it? Okay. So this guy is probably gonna die. Well, at least I'll take that down with it, and then I can get a sack off that. So I'll probably swing in here and leave mana up so that I can sack this in response to him trying to kill it, and then grow that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just hold that mana up. So for now, I will come in with a vampire. Send him into the red zone. I imagine that he's going to let that sail through. Unfortunately, I don't have quite enough to play the Salt Road Patrol and hold up sack mana. So I will get in my gain land and pass the turn. Alright, I awkwardly forgot to start it back up again, so I don't know where the last point left off was. But right now I'm dealing with a couple of 4/5s, and all I've got is a 4/4 and a 3/3. So things got bad for me. Next turn I do plan to play and sack a Kieran. Here I can't do a whole lot, so I'm just going to have to take 4, which will get me down to 11. Just hoping to draw bait creatures right now. That is not a bait creature. That's just a regular old land. Okay. Well, I can play the Kieran now. Let's see. If I sack it on his turn, wouldn't really call that the element of surprise, but it can make that into a 4/4, which is still not really good enough. This can chump block, and then make that into a 4/4. This can't really attack through if I want to stay alive. So I am going to leave this guy for a chump blocker, which will grow my team. So we'll play it that way. If he also attacks in with the Stalker, I'll be able to block here and get big enough with the extra tokens to do something. At some point, I might be able to sack out just to drain him to death. That's going to require that I've got enough creatures with 4 toughness or greater. Okay, so he only sends us one guy, so this is a pretty easy block for me. Alright, we'll send him into his doom. There we go. Waiting for him to pass priority back. Okay. Blow him up. Okay, so now he's up to a 4/4. Now I can start sending this guy in. Come on, any card. Not a card. Okay, so what do I do here? I think he's got enough on the crack to get me. Let's see. Sacrifice another creature. So I can't sack him, but if I can get him down to 2, I can win. So he can chump block there. If he doesn't, I get him down to 4. I send both of them in. He'll start chumping. Okay, so if he hits me with everything, he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the sack, and then another 8 over here. So that's 15. So he's definitely got on the crack back. Let's see. Running into a lot of trouble because I just cannot profitably block that. So I might need to just send in with this and then see what else he can throw at me. I could block this morph. So if he gets in, he'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is exactly dead. Except I could drain in response and then get him back. So I think that's probably my path to victory here. And I don't really want to block with this flyer anyway, so I'm going to send him in. He might just chump block and then fling 2 at my head. But if he does that, at least I get 4 possible damage off of my... well, 2 possible damage off of myself from him attacking in, and this grows a little bit. Oh, he just goes to 4. Okay. Well, we can see what he does here. If I could draw another creature that was able to drain, I would just be able to drain him out. He's got 3 cards. Let's see what kind of action he has for me. Force away, huh? That's not good. That probably means I'm dead. Okay. So, is he ferocious? He is. So he also gets to loot. So, he's going to hit me with everything. So that's 5, 9... Well, I don't even have to do the math here to know that I just have to sacrifice if I'm going to show any possibility of surviving. I don't even think that does it, but... Yep. Sacrifice him to drain. Put everything on the stack. Okay, I've probably lost this one. He can hit me for 13, right? Let's see, just right here is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh yeah, I'm dead. I am dead. DED dead. Alright. F6, and wait for him to kill me. Okay, so that is an important card to know. He does have Force Away. So a lot of blue and red. Does that change anything about my game plan? He did have some pretty important flyers, and so Windstorm could make its way in. I only have the one... No, I do have 2 flyers. 3 flyers. I don't know if I can bring Windstorm in, because I've got 3 possible flyers. And then if this guy's out, then everybody's a flyer. So that's actually a terrible idea. So I think I just have to submit as is. Yeah, I'm just going to run this back. Hope to get some Skull Hunters a little bit earlier. Maybe some secrets in there. Okay. So we'll submit it like that, and just hope that the cards are dealt a little bit more in my favor this time.